Yeah, they're calling it a mast year, which is
mast, okay.
Yeah, so it usually happens like every 2 to 5 years.
This is extreme drastic measures here. Okay.
I hope these ferns know how much I love them.
No problem, we can't make worse.
To say the fruit of the unenclosed land or field fruit. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of conkers? It's roasting on an open fire.
Did you say chewing on wet wood?
That's kind of how I got it.
The Helpful Gardeners, the podcast that digs into the buzziest plant trends and news you need to know, regardless of your growing zone. Colin is a skilled horticulturist with decades of growing experience across Canada. Brandi is the greenest of green thumbs with a love of asking questions. Welcome to our garden nook.
There's like a podcast that does like Reddit stories.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm addicted.
Okay, I can see why. Already I'm like, okay.
But what I love is like when they tell a story and they're like, update. And they update this really juicy story and you get all like intense about it. So I thought on today's episode, I would come up with my own update.
Okay.
You remember that episode we were talking about with Boston ferns?
Oh, yeah.
Turns out mine have spider mites.
That's your juicy update.
Well, yeah, because you literally said, hey, I would bet money that if it's a Boston fern, you probably have issues with it from bringing it outside to inside. And if you missed that episode, go back. It was a really good one, all about bringing your houseplants inside from outside for the winter.
Yep.
And literally you said, just treat it as if it had a problem. And sure enough, it did.
And the thing is as well, specifically to Boston ferns, they're so dense. Yeah. They're so heavy. There is so many hiding spots. Just to make it worse. If you thought it was bad, I'm going to make it worse because that's what we do on the Helpful Gardeners. Yep. Ain't no problem. We can't make worse.
We don't help your ego.
Yeah, exactly. The Hurtful Gardeners. Boston ferns are one of those plants that are nigh on impossible to treat with a spray.
Great.
Because you're never going to get into all the nooks and crannies. Like, look how many places there are for something as small as one spider mite to hide.
Yeah.
Now look at how dense they are, how much they cover the soil, and where they all go to like the heart, the core of the plant. It's not even about money. I guarantee you won't get them all. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for my confidence boost.
But that's where predator bugs come in.
That's a good idea, actually. I know we were starting to carry predator bugs and I love them. I love when we buy ladybugs. Ladybugs aren't going to help in this situation.
No, they are not. No, they are not.
But I'm sure there are other predator bugs that can kind of help you out if you are. I mean, I'm not like that tied to them, but I just thought it might be nice and was worth a shot.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And did you see that video that went viral? And it was somebody moving their Boston fern outside and the thing must have...
Oh, I saw that. They moved it inside, right?
Was it inside or was I don't...
It was like huge. Like you couldn't even see the person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They put it like the corner of their room.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was huge. I can't remember. They named it too.
Oh, I don't... I don't recall that, but it was... You're looking at it still and you go, oh yeah, that's big. Yeah. And then when they went to pick it up, you're like, that's a monster. But what you can do is give it a soap bath. Ooh. So get a bucket or a garbage can. Mm-hmm. Okay, it doesn't have to be hot water. Your bathtub, if you really want. I don't recommend doing it there because soil and debris is going to come out. You don't want to get stuff in your drain. Yeah. Buy concentrate insecticidal soap, or I know some people will use like baking powders and dish soaps, and I don't know those ratios, unfortunately. Fill it with water, then put your soap in. Okay. Always do that. Do you know how many times? So we used to do big batches of concentrated soap. Okay. Well, if you're mixing something, what's the first thing you do? You put in your liquid and then you put in your water. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what happens when you do that with soap? Bubbles? Yeah. You get that much liquid and then you got to wait. And then you fill it. Foam? Yeah. So what you do is you fill it up with the water, then you put your soap in, then you mix it with a big stick. Nice. Okay. And then you stick your whole plant in. Like all the leaves? Yep. Everything. Right up. You cover it in the soap bath and you let it sit for however long, 20 minutes. Well, problem is that soil is going to get saturated. Yeah. Now with something like a fern, not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. And this is extreme drastic measures here. Okay. It's, I've done it before on some plants, but the benefit here with it being a Boston fern, ferns love moisture. Oh yeah. So what I would recommend is wait until the next time you are going to water it, quarantine it, get it away from your other plants. Next time you're going to water it, give it a soap bath.
I love it. I know what I'm doing tonight.
Yep.
No bath for me, but bath for my plant.
Like, time to bath. And Brad will be like, Bennett, you're like, no.
No. Boston ferns.
Yeah. And here's the thing, though. Unless you can get all of the plant, all of the foliage submerged, it's somewhat pointless. Because what'll happen is the insecticidal soap isn't like an instant kill kind of thing. As the plant is going in and the soapy water is coming up around it, they're all going to run up the plant.
Oh, okay.
So if you have parts sticking out, they'll all congregate and hide there. And then when you bring, it's not a residual, so it won't kill them after. So when you bring the plant back down, they'll just run back down into the plant. So and if you have to, you can like kind of push the leaves under the water.
Yeah.
But know this as well. You might want to get Brad to help depending on the depth and the size.
Yeah.
Because when you go to pull it out, it is going to be heavy.
Oh, wow.
Because you got to pull it up through all of the water and then the soil has absorbed it. But that might be the method I would try.
Jeez. I hope these ferns know how much I love them.
Oh, you go, hey, you had a good run. And off it goes to the compost. You got choices.
Well, you know what else has been in a huge abundance this year? Maybe not so much in Calgary, but in other areas around the country and North America for that matter, even the world, acorns.
No,
I was not
where I thought you were going with that. I'm like ladybirds and shadflies.
I mean, like in Calgary, ladybugs has been a huge thing because we've had huge aphids in the city this year. So for sure, that has been a huge thing. But yeah, they're calling it a mast year, which is
mast. Okay.
Yeah. So it usually happens like every 2 to 5
like
years.
MAST, like boat mast. Okay.
Yeah. And so essentially it's like years of abundance for acorns off of oak trees. So I've been hearing about this in New York. I've been hearing about this in the UK, some parts of the States. And so I was kind of like curious about it.
Yeah.
There are some people that are saying that like weather can hold the factor. So like if you have like a really wet season or, conditions that are really good for pollination, then you could be seeing oak trees getting fertilized more and then producing a lot more acorns, squirrels and birds and animals that will eat the acorns. And then because there's so much of them, they can't get to them all. And so then they start to germinate and then you get more oak trees. Have you seen a lot more acorns this year?
You know, I haven't, but so the only real oak we get in Calgary is the bur oak. Jenny's actually pressed and dried some of the leaves. They're so cool.
Yeah.
They almost feel like a leather.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really interesting.
Yeah.
But so what I did notice this year, not that they're related at all, I did notice a lot of horse chestnuts.
So, yes, I did too.
Ones that trees that I've never seen have them before were covered in them.
Yeah.
But acorns on the bur oaks, I mean, by Confederation Park, that drag on 10th Ave.
Yeah.
And there's a massive, massive bur oak, beautiful tree. I didn't really think it was a ton, but that's, I've never heard, and like coming from England and Montreal where there is a lot of oaks, I've never heard that expression.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
A mast season or a mast year. So again, it happens every 2 to 5 years and it's just sort of like a regular cycle that the oak will go through. But it's interesting how in various places around North America and the world, you're starting to see sort of cycles syncing up. So you can't help but wonder if weather has like a little bit to do with it, right?
I mean, oaks are notoriously slow growers. So you would think that, they would have like a cyclical bloom. Yeah. Right? That it would kind of come around. Jenny and I walked by that oak. And as we were walking by, we both were like, oh, wow, look at the acorns.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that was enough for us to be like, wow, there is a lot. Now, it didn't seem like a massive, it wasn't as like the chestnuts on the Buckeye where we were like, oh my God, look how many there are. But it was enough to stop us in our tracks. Yeah. You say it could be based on the weather and that could have something to do with it, but there's no way Calgary, New York and London, just to pick a city in England. No, Newcastle. Get out of here, London. But there's no way that those 3 cities, they're not even in the same hardiness zones.
No, exactly. Yeah.
And if they're all having a similarity.
Yeah. I just thought it was very interesting. And by the way, can we talk about the Buckeye? Yeah. What did you call it again?
The chestnut.
Chestnut. Oh, it's just literally a chestnut. They look scary. Can you step on them without hurting yourself?
Oh, the spikies?
Yeah.
No, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. So when we were kids, we used to play a game with them.
No.
No, not with the spiky part.
Oh, okay.
We did throw them.
No!
Oh, we did. But the nut inside the chestnut.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of conkers?
I've heard the name of Conquer, but I haven't heard of like the game.
Okay, so pretty sure they're not allowed to do it anymore because you're not even allowed to have snowball fights, but it was very popular when I was a kid.
Wait, you can't have snowball fights?
No, in schools. And why
really?
not? Yeah, because kids can get hurt
okay.
I'm not going to wade into that.
All right.
But we used to play a game called Conkers.
Okay.
So you would go out and you'd find a horse chestnut tree, and they are everywhere in England.
Oh, okay.
Massive, massive ones. So there was no shortage of them. And you'd get all of the nuts that you could find, and you'd want like the biggest ones or the shiniest ones or dense ones, whatever. You could take it home and you could do whatever you want. So some people would say you bake it in an oven. Some people would paint clear nail polish on it, varnish, whatever. But you weren't allowed to structurally alter it. So you couldn't hollow it out and fill it with something. Okay. So there were rules.
This is a lot of effort.
Yeah. And you would drill through it. And you would put a shoelace or a piece of string through it and knot the bottom.
Okay.
So if you held it up, the string came down and the nut was on the end.
Okay.
You would hold yours up and I would take mine and hit yours. Okay. If I hit it and it broke, mine got a 1 count. Mm-hmm. Okay. You had to go make another one or have another one in your pocket. If I swung and missed, then I had to hold mine up and you got a chance to smash mine.
Okay.
And you would do it. And then at the end of the season, out of all of your friends, you'd see who had the winning conker. And that was the game.
Like school ground hierarchy.
Oh, yeah. It was serious.
Was there like a title?
It was serious.
Like head conker?
Not really. Like it would just be like, oh, yeah, this is a 20. And you'd like, I killed 20 conkers. And there was nothing more frustrating. You'd get the best one and you'd baby it and you'd lacquer it and you'd hang it to dry and you'd do anything and you'd hold it up and somebody would break it on the foot. And you're like,
did you learn what was the best way?
So the best ones are not the biggest.
Okay.
Because the biggest are normally the most fragile because they've fruited. The smallest ones tend to be denser.
Oh, okay.
Right. But too small, it was very hard to hit other people's and it was hard for people to hit yours.
Right. Okay.
So you wanted a decent size, like small to medium. Mm-hmm. And my dad used to paint wood varnish on them.
Oh.
And that would really strengthen them. And that would be mine and my sister's methodology.
That's definitely the one upside to having a tradesman as a dad, right? Like as a parent in general, like you get access to some pretty strong stuff.
But because people buy chestnuts and they roast them and they eat them.
Yeah, I've never done that. Have you?
They're gross.
Oh, you don't like?
They're not like, it's like chewing on wet wood. It's not my... Like that whole on chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Chewing on wet wood?
That's kind of how I got.
Ew.
But people actually roast them. Yeah. And so you go to markets in England and the guy's got like a big coal brazier and he's roasting chestnuts and he would give you a paper bag and put a handful of roast chestnuts. Yeah. And it's like this Christmas romanticized imagery, except the end product is gross.
Really? It doesn't taste good. Do they season it at all?
Yeah, some people do. And some people like it, right? Same as like, it can be divisive like pumpkin pie.
See, I would assume that if you like black coffee, you would like that.
Yeah, no, it's not my jam.
Really? Is it chewy?
It can be like the...
Interesting. I'm going to, you know what? I just want to try it just to say.
Some Christmas market here has to do them.
Yeah.
Has to do them. But yeah, that's the game of conkers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've just learned so much about you in the last 2 minutes. That's really cool. Do you even know where like the name acorn comes from? Old English word, obviously. Acorn, which is meant to say the fruit of the unenclosed land or field fruit.
Okay.
I've just never heard of a nut being referenced as a fruit before.
Yeah. And like, I mean, that sums
from a
up
tree.
That sums up a lot about England that you consider that a fruit. Like
what's a field berry?
Like a field berry, my brain immediately goes to strawberry.
Yeah, like raspberries and that kind of thing. Not acorns.
No,
anyway.
I thought it was.
That's my hang up.
That's not where I thought it was going to go. But
do you know, Brad actually took a chestnut from my grandfather's tree and got it to sprout?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
I remember that.
I mean, the tree died because it was just really hard to do.
But he took it from Nelson, wasn't it?
From Creston, BC.
Creston.
Yeah, it was my grandfather's tree. And bless him, honestly. He was just so nice and trying to like have this legacy tree, right? And it just never worked out. It was hard. But yeah, actually got it to do something, which is just so cool. But you can confirm. So wherever you are in the world, first of all, let us know if you've been seeing an abundance of chestnuts, because maybe we missed an area. Maybe there is a correlation somewhere. Maybe we can find out and sleuth it out together.
Sleuth it out, yeah.
Right? But essentially, you'll know that it is a masting year for acorns where you are from if underneath an oak tree, there is a carpet of acorns on the ground. Like you can see a whole bunch.
Okay.
And also an increase in squirrel and rodent activity, because obviously they're going to be scooping them up and burying them.
Squirrel eating an acorn is like the stereotypical image, right?
Yeah, exactly. The only thing I've been seeing the critters in my yard doing is burying peanuts, because the neighbor feeds them peanuts, and that's totally fine. But I always just find like they're just like in my backyard, just burying peanuts.
We had a couple of critters, and a couple of squirrels stealing some tomatoes. That's cool. I don't mind it. I had enough.
What would they do with it?
I've got a photo of one of them sitting on the fence, right? Like you can see him right out the window eating the tomato. What are you going to do about it? But I got enough.
Yeah.
Bon appetit, little guy.
Whatever you do, though, don't play conkers with an acorn, though.
Yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by Golden Acre Home and Garden. Find seasonal inspiration for your home and garden in Calgary, Alberta year-round. Visit goldenacre.ca. The comments and opinions expressed by the helpful gardeners on this show are our own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Golden Acre Home and Garden. For more information on everything we covered today and to leave us a voice note, visit goldenacre.ca/podcast. The Helpful Gardeners are on Instagram at The Helpful Gardeners Pod. Keep on growing, gardeners!